Ain't nobody got me feeling like I'm feeling you. Like I'm feeling you. Like I'm feeling you.
Guten Tag.
Hallo.
Goodbye.
Tschüss.
Auf Wiedersehen. She's back.
I'm back. I've landed in the States.
You are, I feel your revived spirit charged by Western Europe.
Europe
You
is
seem different.
Europe changes a girl. That's the thing about it.
You're being called.
Mm-hmm.
You're the best time.
Yet again, I've come to the conclusion that Europe is the only answer for me personally.
I get it.
As like the next place where I would live.
Sounds like you had a great adventure.
I had a fabulous German adventure.
You got to live sort of like a Lydia Tarr on vacay truth.
It was a really perfect mixture of like learning, seeing, and spending.
Learning, seeing, and believing, and spending.
Exactly. Like, and that is like the best. And chilling too. I did a lot of chilling.
Is it expensive in Berlin?
Not that I could. Like it didn't. Nothing shocked me.
Did you have currywurst?
I had a currywurst in the train station, and French fries with mayonnaise. And what's else?
What's that like?
It's fine.
Yeah, doesn't appeal to me.
I had a lot of beef carpaccio randomly.
Okay.
Which I mean I love a carpaccio moment, but like I feel like a lot of places I went, beef carpaccio was a thing, and I was taking part of it. Had a ton of German food, ate schnitzel like 4 times in 2 days.
What's like a classic German dish?
Schnitzel.
Right.
Like a pounded down flat, either veal or chicken maybe, and then breaded, fried in butter, served with like a cold potato salad, sauerkraut.
Like a Hot Pocket.
No.
Okay.
A Hot Pocket is more of like a burrito, no?
Hot Pocket's like an inside out pizza.
It's not like that,
Okay.
an inside out pizza.
A panzerotti, if you will. A strudel.
I never had any strudel. I had a lot of like sausages. They had like this one like cheese. The sausage game in fucking Germany is real. And I sampled. I ate many sausages.
They know Germans sure know.
They know how to stuff a sausage with cheese and fry it on up and give it to me. It was so fucking good.
Were you in the German countryside at all?
No.
But you went to you went to like a palace.
I went to the palace outside of Munich. There's a palace called Nymphenburg Palace that's like a short train ride and a walk outside of Munich.
Where my favorite prince was born.
I know. The gay prince of the gods.
Ludwig
II.
If you don't know, his castle is what Disney World, the Disney castle is based on.
Yeah, he built a castle that's about 3 hours by train away from Munich. I can't think of the name of it right now, but everyone calls it the Disney Castle. It's stunning up in like the mountains.
He was like the Prince of Bavaria, and he was gay and like really eccentric, but he was like a total patron of the arts and like
he was obsessed with Wagner and like gave most of his money to Wagner to like help him just like live his life. And then he also spent a ton of his money and like I feel like went into debt based like because he was obsessed with architecture and building palaces. So he just wanted to like build palaces, help Wagner, not see anyone, and just like write letters to a friend. Oh, he did? Mm-hmm. Sexy.
But like it was like a companion, and I believe
his friend.
I believe he was killed because they were like, you're spending too much money and you're gay.
Well, they said they were like, they tried to 5150 him. They basically made him. They tried to put him in the insane asylum. They said, you're fucking crazy. We're going to 5150 your ass. Like, get on this train. We're taking you to the asylum, and your uncle is now going to take over. And all of his aides were like, they're coming for you to like put you in the asylum. Like, you need to get out of here. Like, you need to leave. And he was like, no, I don't want to. And they were like, trust us. Like, you're going to go to the asylum. And then sure enough, they came to take him away to the asylum. And then en route to the asylum, he stopped somewhere. And then him and one other guy left like the
When's the movie?
thing. And then he died mysteriously. Like, they found both the guys dead in the lake, and people think that he was shot in the back, like trying to escape to somewhere.
This is what they do to the gays back then.
This is what they do.
They give you
to
a lobotomy
fucking,
or a woman.
yeah.
Gays and women who were just like a little thought outside the box a little. They said, time for lobotomy.
They didn't like that how reclusive he was, because he just didn't want to like go to events.
Why would you?
I mean, seems like a lot of work for like not very much reward.
He's like, look, I earned this right by being born, and you need to respect that. And also, I just want to like have like butt sex and give money to a musician who will change culture forever.
I want to get fucked in the ass on a reg, and then I want to listen to music and make castles. Capiche? Yeah. And they were like, no, you're insane. And also his brother was actually, I think, also insane. Literally insane.
Well, I have a feeling the royals of that time were all little...
Because they make them marry their cousins and stuff.
I think a lot of them had like issues.
Yeah.
So I think he was a deranged gay prince, but there needs to be a movie about him.
He was sexy.
Yeah, and he just was like, that's fucking cool that he was like, Wagner's the coolest. Mm-hmm. His music is the best music ever. So
yeah.
It's like...
One must have a moment, like if you're ever feeling a little bit or like just like you just should put on Ride of the Valkyries and blast it up and have your Wagner moment.
Have you seen Herzog's Nosferatu?
Yeah.
They play Wagner when the castle appears, the Dracula's castle, and it's like next level.
Cinematic.
And in the new trailer for the season 2 of Interview with the Vampire, which is like a really hot show, I've talked about it.
Oh yeah,
you need to watch. You would fucking love it.
I know. I need to watch it. I think I watched the first episode and then fell off.
It's so good and sexy. But they play Wagner in the trailer.
Okay.
Well, R.I.P.
R.I.P. to a true king.
Prince Ludwig would be the best hang.
Yeah.
Right? If you could crack that and be like his hag.
I think he had a hag that was like a cousin of his or someone, maybe that they tried to make him marry or something like that, but they like remained friends.
She was like, don't worry.
She was like, girl, no, but let's be friends. And he was like, okay, sis.
I hate that they shot him in the back. I think he was running away with his lover.
Well, it was rumored they shot him in the back. They said he drowned. I
think it was his lover that he died with.
Intrigue.
I think he was... Well, it's also like... Remember...
You should write the Ludwig.
Remember?
You should write
I should.
A period piece. Period. You should write that.
Period. They tried to do that with Rasputin. They tried to kill Rasputin like 12 times.
He was always starting. He did, and I'm sorry. It's everyone else's fault for listening to that bitch. If you're going to come up in here named Rasputin and start stirring the pot...
He low-key was like...
You have to know that something's up. If someone came into my life named Rasputin and they were saying a thing or two, I'd be like, I don't know if I trust you, babe.
He was low-key based. He came up there mad as hell, and he
said, we're all going to
He toppled the monarchy.
Mm-hmm.
He basically he like helped the revolution.
Oh my God. So on the plane back, I finally watched Napoleon, which has been on my fucking bucket list for months now.
Good? Mid?
It was not bad.
Okay.
It wasn't great. It was definitely it could have used a lot of notes just as far as the...
I think Ridley's at a point where he's like, no notes.
Yeah, and it shows.
Did you see the Folie Deux trailer?
No.
Oh God, you're gonna love it.
Dull.
I know you're a Joker head. It looks incredible.
Okay, hold.
Gaga.
Miss Stephanie Germanotta is back
for Best Actress.
She's coming to Snatch Wigs in 2024. She's been laying low, but suspiciously low, but she knows that her turn is coming.
But every time she's seen, she's rocking like a 10-inch boot.
And that's when you know that she's not playing around anymore. Oh my God.
Let's go, boys. It's showtime. Wakey, wakey.
He's so thin.
Hey, Fleck, you got a joke for us today?
The original Ozempic head. Joker. Love
We
in the
use
insane
music
asylum?
to make us whole, to balance the fractures within ourselves.
Umbrellas of Cherbourg?
I haven't done anything with my life like you have.
I have chills.
Let's get out of here.
This is La La Land.
Right?
For real people.
Is a love sweet love? It's the only thing that there's just to live love. What the world is love, sweet
Oh my God.
Tell us, what's changed? Are there?
I'll tell you what's changed. I'm not alone anymore. That's what we should be talking about.
I want to see the real you.
I'm dead. I was actually rendered speechless during that.
Doesn't it look great?
Oh my fucking
How
God.
many views does the trailer have? Number 1 on trending?
Number 3.
Okay.
15,474,751 views.
Okay,
As of right now.
We're on
We're on the fucking beat.
We're on point for Gaga getting a second Best Actress Oscar
I'm fine if she
nomination.
gets nominated like 4 or 5 times and then gets it, but it needs to be for something good. It can't be like a throwaway Oscar for
This.
I know, but I mean, I'm just saying. I feel like they don't want to reward. They don't want to actually give people Oscars who deserve Oscars anymore. This isn't the 90s.
I think she's going to be amazing in this.
She
right?
she's incredible. This is the kind of
That
this is the
shot of
kind of
her-
love that
shot of her going like this.
the shot of her going like this.
I know.
I was like, that's
Twitter's going-
me.
Gay Twitter is going ham with that.
Oh my God.
And even the naysayers I see they're coming around.
Even the sinister straights are fucking with it.
Mhm.
It's gonna turn everyone into an FAG after they see this movie. This is gonna radicalize America.
They seem like they have good chemistry.
Great chemistry. This is something worth living for.
Yeah.
This is my faith in cinema renewed.
When I first saw that this was happening, I was like, eh. And I say this as a little monster, but now I'm like,
I was gagged from the jump.
I went from, to,
when they said it was going to be a musical, I kind of was like, so you say?
but it's not, they're just singing.
They're singing like
songs
actual real
that already
songs.
exist.
Not
Yeah.
like silly
No.
Joker songs.
No.
Oh my God. When is it out? This summer?
October.
October 4th.
And they're doing a new Dune.
Thank God. We needed that.
Really fast, I want to talk about a few things. OJ Simpson is dead at
Bye,
76. Bye.
Bye, bitch.
Caitlyn Jenner wrote, "Good riddance." And then hashtag OJ Simpson. Good riddance. Friend of Nicole Brown.
I'll say it.
I'll say it. Don't.
Good riddance. No, literally, I got that notification on my phone. And I was like, okay, bye. You were lucky to live this long, you fucker.
You killed brutally.
Literally murdered.
You cut your wife's head off.
You murdered people and got away with it.
Yeah.
Good luck. You're lucky.
Heisman,
what a
the
blessed
Heisman
life.
Twitter posted like, we want to honor OJ Simpson's passing. Like, we send love. I was like,
girl,
he literally cut off the mother of his children's head and killed some gay guy.
Look, I'm no sports aficionado, but I'm also kind of all about separating the art from the artist, but I feel like in OJ's case, that's a no can do.
Yeah, he was the worst. He was
because
so
his whole
hot.
football career was done before, like,
yeah,
he did all that.
I guess he was big in the 70s and 80s. Like, I don't know.
No, he was a huge.
Yeah, I mean, and he was beautiful.
Yeah, he was a stunning guy.
But he was a absolute psychopath. And if anyone has any doubts, I urge you to watch the O.J. Simpson ESPN documentary.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
And obviously the Ryan Murphy series was great, but this documentary is like, they go in on what he did.
ESPN really is that bitch when it comes to the documentary about O.J. Simpson.
And it was not, and I have to say, my final say, it was not CTE. It wasn't, because they tried to say like he was like.
Well, it might have been a little.
Well, but he was a psycho as a child too. He was like, remember his like friend was interviewed, his best friend who drove the Bronco in the documentary, the guy that was his childhood best friend, who also became an NFL player, or like played college football, was a big star, and he was like OJ's like lackey.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the one that OJ was like, you need to get me in a car right now and drive me away. And he was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that when they were kids, OJ was like domineering and like manipulative and controlling everyone and like being a little socio. He was meant to do this.
It was his destiny.
But yeah, burn in hell. No redemption.
No, I think a little punishment. Well, he did go to jail for a bit for that. For more
he went to jail
crime.
for breaking into a Vegas hotel and like doing like a full heist. He is a terrible man. I feel for his children.
Yeah,
I feel for Chloe.
I feel for Chloe.
But he fucking murdered their mother.
Yeah, it's
And
sad.
He butchered, and she was, yeah, it's crazy shit. Anyway.
I tried, I watched, Ripley, like the full thing.
Yes.
I'm obsessed with that show.
It's really good. I feel a little provincial, but I felt really put off by the black and white at first. I was like, I can't do this. Like, I feel too old. I was just like.
It feels like a hurdle at first. I too was like, don't do this to me. Why are you doing this to me? ? But then once you just like give into it, it actually is like so stunning and you realize it's better in black and white than it would be in color. The attention to detail, like the technique that it takes to successfully make like a black and white visually appealing is actually harder to do than to make a.
Why did they do it in black and white?
I think just to make it feel like old timey.
Okay. Well,
and it's like the cinematography, it's just so beautiful, and it's like a noir, so it feels very like an homage to like noir cinema.
Yeah, and they're all sort of like flops. The characters, like Dickie and Marge, are like flops.
Yeah, they're kind of boring.
They're like boring straight people, and like none of them are actually like doing anything.
They're layabouts. And like Tom is sort of dilettantes.
Yeah, and they're just like, I guess Marge is from a rich family too.
I don't think so.
She's got like from
she lives in like a weird little hovel. I mean, compared to like Dickie's setup,
yeah.
Like I was like, ooh, Marge, like move in, honey.
But Dakota was a sleigh.
Yeah, she's chic.
The
sisters Fanning, they do no wrong.
Yeah,
they've ascended.
They're cool. But yeah, it's good. Everyone should check it out.
You know what I couldn't stop thinking about in pretty much the entire time I was in Germany is how when Stassi Schroeder went to Paris, she Instagrammed a photo of herself and it said Nazi chic on it. Do you remember that?
No, but I'm not surprised. I'm in the season when she's first called out for being racist, and Billie Lee comes on her podcast, and she has Billie Lee on as like feels like crisis control, like crisis management.
They like put the one trans person in this universe. You did literally. What do you do when you know 0 trans people? You have Billie Lee on your podcast,
and Stassi before they start recording starts crying because she's like, and Billie Lee has to be like, no, you're a good person, and. So it's just wild.
I think that was maybe on the heels of Nazi chic summer because she went to Paris with Rachel O'Brien and Dodie, and she Instagrammed a picture of
in Paris.
I know, and she Instagrammed a picture of them, like a mirror selfie, and Rachel O'Brien was in like a beanie, and she said like criminal chic, and Dodie was wearing like a red bandana, and she said Tupac chic, and then she was wearing like a hat. And she said Nazi chic. And she kept Instagramming pictures of her, like a little charm that had her initials SS on it. And like kookily Instagramming those. And I was just like, you are such a dumb, like the levels of dumb bitch you have to be to do that are so beyond dumb bitch into truly... It's our slur worthy. Like it is.
Laura?
Girl, I'm just saying it is.
Don't say the word.
I'm not, but
she is a dumb person. That I can't believe I didn't know this.
You probably like came on your radar and then quickly went off because you're just like it was
definitely. That is like not like one of those things where it's like, oh, it was like 2006. It's like, no, bitch. It was like this was like you were well into your adult years.
Then I think people raised some hell when she did that, and then she deleted the post and re-storied it, and then said, like, she did the same criminal chic, Tupac chic, and then she said Elsa from Indiana Jones chic. And I was like, you've now made it worse. You've now somehow managed to make this so much worse. You dumb fucking bitch.
God, I'm on my VPR rewatch. She just stormed out of her birthday party
with the bullet hole
and Patrick
was good karma for her. Like she deserved him
I know.
For a little bit.
My sick truth is he's so hot. Sorry. I think I'm very sexually attracted to him, even though he scares me and he has a man bun that's like not cute.
I don't know what to do with that information.
No, look, but all
that's
have
what
them.
happens sometimes. It just happens to all of us.
And I think because he's the sort of person I'd want to be like me, approve of me, you know, because I can just feel that. But he was such a tool.
He was so mean to her.
So mean to her in front of her family.
Honestly, though.
Yeah, she deserved it.
She needed that.
Anyway, that is crazy.
It's a crazy. I just couldn't. I'm like, because I was doing like a mixture of like.
Did you post photos? You did.
I barely did. I wasn't on my phone all that much.
That's good.
Yeah, I was just kind of living in the moment. Like I didn't even take that many photos.
That's nice.
It's nice, but now I wish I had because I'm like, I want to remember this. What if I get dementia? And then dementia is such a threat. But like I was doing a lot of like touring like palaces and going to museums and stuff, but then also doing like someone shout out to whatever reader recommended the Berlin Underground tour, because it's like you tour like a Nazi bunker during World War II and like a bomb shelter where all the citizens of Berlin would have to like try and make it there if they heard the sirens. And that was fascinating. So I was doing like a mixture of like World War II history shit and then like trying to temper all the darkness of that with like art and castles and stuff. So, but that just I kept seeing Nazi chic in my head and just being like, my good God.
She was just like truly had no concept of like right and wrong with that kind of something. Like that is just like unspeakable.
It's just fucking crazy. But anyways, that's a good segue to get into
I'm Carrie.
the reason for the season. I'm Lara.
And you're listening to
Sexy Unique Podcast.